Time is the only currency you spend, without even realizing it. Every morning, when you wake up, life silently places 24 fresh hours in your hands. No guarantees. No extensions. No refunds. And yet, most people treat time like it's unlimited. They scroll. They delay. They promise themselves, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow is not promised. While you hesitate, life moves forward. Seconds slip away quietly. And one day, you will look back and realize, you weren't lacking talent. You were wasting time. Be honest with yourself. How many hours did you lose today? How much time disappeared into social media, unnecessary conversations, or overthinking about things that don't even matter? The brutal truth is this: you are not too busy. You are misusing your time. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. The difference between successful people and average people is not luck. It's discipline. It's focus. It's the ability to say no to distractions. Every wasted hour is a silent thief, stealing the future you could have built. One of the most painful feelings in life is regret. Not failure. Not rejection. Regret. Regret is knowing you had the chance, but you didn't take it. Regret is realizing you had time, but you didn't use it. Years from now, you won't cry because you tried and failed. You will cry because you never tried at all. Because you waited. Because you delayed. Because you thought you had more time. But time never waits for anyone. Comfort feels good. It feels safe. It feels easy. But comfort is the biggest enemy of growth. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you weaken your future. Every time you choose sleep over discipline, excuses over action, distractions over focus, you are voting against your own success. Success is not dramatic. It is built quietly. In early mornings. In late nights. In moments when no one is watching. Time rewards those who respect it. Right now, as you are listening to this, time is moving. You can't pause it. You can't rewind it. You can only use it. The life you want, the success you dream about, the respect you crave, all of it depends on what you do after this moment. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Because the biggest mistake you can ever make is thinking you still have plenty of time. Understand this clearly: time is not just hours and minutes on a clock. Time is your life itself. When you waste time, you are not passing time, you are spending your life. Every delay, every unnecessary scroll, every excuse is not just a small habit, it is a decision about who you are becoming. Think about it deeply. If someone subtracts 1 hour from your day, they are subtracting 1 hour from your existence. And yet, you give away hours freely to things that do not build you, do not teach you, and do not move you forward. Time is silent. It doesn't warn you before leaving. It doesn't argue. It just goes. And once it goes, it takes a part of your life with it forever. You say you'll start when you feel ready. You say you'll begin when things are perfect. You say you're waiting for motivation. But let me tell you something powerful: motivation comes after action, not before it. The more you wait, the weaker your discipline becomes. The more excuses you create, the more comfortable your mind becomes with staying average. Excuses feel harmless. They sound reasonable. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not the right time. But these small sentences are slowly building a life you don't actually want. One excuse per day may seem small, but multiplied over years, it becomes a wasted life. We live in a world designed to steal your focus. Notifications. Reels. Endless entertainment. Companies are fighting for your attention every second. Because they know something powerful: where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is constantly distracted, your progress will always be slow. You cannot build a strong future with a weak focus. Deep work requires silence. Growth requires concentration. But distraction feels easier. It gives instant pleasure without effort. And slowly, without realizing it, you trade long-term success for short-term dopamine. That trade is costing you more than you think. Imagine your future self watching you right now. Watching how you spend your time. Watching whether you choose discipline or delay. Would your future self be proud? Or disappointed? Every action you take today is either building or destroying your tomorrow. There is no neutral choice. Doing nothing is also a decision. And most people don't fail because they tried and lost. They fail because they never fully committed. They wasted time waiting for courage instead of building it. Your future is not built in one big moment. It is built in ordinary hours, used wisely. One day, this life will end. That is not negative. That is reality. And when that day comes, the only question that will matter is, did you use your time well? Did you chase your dreams? Did you become the person you were capable of becoming? Or did you waste years scrolling, doubting, and postponing? Time does not slow down for fear. It does not stop for excuses. It keeps moving. And you have two choices: move with it, or be left behind by it. The moment you decide to respect your time, your life begins to change. There is something people don't like to think about, but it is true. You are running out of time. Not in a dramatic way. Not to scare you. But in a real, undeniable way. Every birthday is not just a celebration, it is a reminder that one more year is gone. One more year you can never relive. The days feel long, but the years move fast. Suddenly, school is over. Suddenly, you're older. Suddenly, opportunities have passed. And you start wondering, where did the time go? The truth is, it didn't disappear. It was spent. The question is, was it spent wisely? Your life right now is the result of small daily habits repeated over time. Not one big decision. Not one lucky moment. But tiny actions done consistently. Waking up late every day may feel harmless. Avoiding workouts may feel small. Skipping study sessions may not seem serious. But repetition is powerful. Small wasted hours turn into wasted weeks. Wasted weeks turn into wasted years. And one day you wake up living a life you never consciously chose. Discipline also works the same way. Small focused hours, repeated daily, build extraordinary results. Time magnifies whatever you repeatedly do. You don't need to feel inspired to start. You need to start to feel inspired. Waiting for the right mood is one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves. High performers don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems. They show up whether they feel motivated or not. Because they understand something powerful: feelings change every day, but commitment must stay constant. If you only work when you feel good, you will always stay average. Real growth begins the moment you act despite not feeling ready. Time does not care about your background. It does not care about your fears. It does not care about your excuses. It moves at the same speed for everyone. Rich or poor. Educated or uneducated. Confident or insecure. The difference is how people use it. Some invest their time like money, carefully, wisely, intentionally. Others spend it carelessly, and then complain about the results. If you keep blaming circumstances, you give away your power. The moment you take responsibility for your time, you take control of your life. So here is the challenge. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Decide that you will no longer live on autopilot. Decide that your hours matter. Decide that your dreams deserve effort. You don't need to change your entire life in one day. You just need to stop wasting this one. One focused hour today is more powerful than 10 distracted hours tomorrow. Momentum begins with a single decision. And that decision can happen right now. The clock is ticking. The only question is, will you finally take control? Somewhere inside you, there is a dream you keep postponing. A goal you talk about but haven't committed to. A version of yourself you imagine becoming, but haven't started building. That dream is not lazy. That dream is not confused. It is waiting for you to stop wasting time. Every day you delay, that dream grows weaker. Not because it's impossible, but because you are not feeding it with action. Dreams survive on effort. They grow through discipline. And they die in delay. If you truly care about your goals, then your time must reflect that. Because what you give your time to, is what you truly value. Growth is uncomfortable. Discipline is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But do you know what is even more painful? Staying the same. Watching others move ahead while you stay stuck. Seeing opportunities pass because you were not prepared. Feeling that quiet disappointment in yourself, knowing you could have done more. That silent frustration hurts deeper than temporary struggle. When you waste time, you are choosing short-term comfort over long-term pride. But pride comes from progress. Confidence comes from effort. And both require you to use your time wisely. Never underestimate the power of one focused hour. 1 hour without distraction. 1 hour of deep work. 1 hour where you give your full attention to your goal. That single hour can change the direction of your life if repeated daily. Most people waste 5 or 6 hours unconsciously. Imagine if you reclaim just one of them. Just one. Over a year, that becomes 365 powerful hours of growth. That is enough time to build a skill. To start a business. To transform your body. To change your future. The difference between average and extraordinary is often just one disciplined hour a day. Complaining feels productive, but it changes nothing. Talking about your problems does not solve them. Thinking about success does not create it. Planning endlessly without execution is just another form of procrastination. Action is the only language results understand. The moment you start acting, even imperfectly, you gain power. You gain clarity. You gain momentum. Waiting keeps you weak. Acting makes you stronger. The world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. If you want your life to change, your actions must change first. Right now, in this very moment, you are either building your future, or escaping from it. There is no middle ground. Every scroll, every delay, every excuse pushes you slightly backward. Every focused effort, every disciplined choice pushes you forward. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with time. How you use that time determines everything. Stop telling yourself you have plenty of it. Stop pretending you can waste today and fix it tomorrow. Tomorrow is built from today. And today is all you truly have. One day, your life will be measured. Not by how comfortable you were, but by how courageous you were. Not by how much you planned, but by how much you executed. Time will judge you silently. It will show you the results of every choice you made. The nights you worked. The days you wasted. The risks you avoided. The chances you ignored. And in that moment, there will be no excuses left. Only outcomes. The clock does not care about your intentions. It only records your actions. You owe it to yourself to try. To push harder. To stop settling for average. Nobody else is responsible for your unused potential. Nobody else is losing sleep over your wasted hours. This is your life. Your time. Your opportunity. And if you don't respect it, no one else will. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you manage your time, you send a message to yourself. I matter. My dreams matter. Imagine waking up at 40, 50, or 60, realizing you had everything you needed, but you wasted time. That realization hurts more than failure ever could. Because failure means you tried. Wasted time means you didn't. Years can disappear quietly. One lazy day feels harmless. But repeated hundreds of times, it becomes a life half-lived. Don't let comfort write your story. Don't let distraction design your future. You deserve better than regret. Change does not start with a loud announcement. It starts with a quiet decision. A decision that from this moment forward, you will treat time differently. You will guard it. You will invest it. You will stop handing it over to meaningless habits. The world may not notice immediately. People may not clap for your discipline. But slowly, your life will begin to transform. Small progress. Daily effort. Consistent focus. That is how powerful lives are built. You cannot control how much time you have. But you can control how you use it. That is your power. That is your responsibility. Stop wishing for more time. Start respecting the time you already have. Stop saying, "I'm too late." As long as you are alive, you are not late. You are only late if you refuse to start. The clock is not your enemy. Your habits are. Fix the habits, and the time will work for you, not against you. Years from now, people may forget what you said. They may forget what you owned. But they will remember what you built. And building requires time. Focus time. Sacrifice time. Invested time. The question is not whether you are capable. You are. The question is whether you are disciplined enough to use your hours wisely. Because greatness is not about talent alone. It is about consistency over time. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Stop waiting for support. Stop waiting for clarity. Clarity comes through action. Opportunity comes through effort. Confidence comes through repetition. Everything you are waiting for is on the other side of disciplined time. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. But the moment you act, momentum begins. The truth is simple. You either control your time, or your time controls you. You either design your days intentionally, or you let distractions design them for you. And days become weeks. Weeks become years. Your life is nothing more than the sum of how you spent your time. Choose wisely. Right now is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Stand up. Take control. Do the hard thing. Start the project. Study the subject. Train your body. Build the skill. Send the message. Make the move. The future you want is built in the present you control. And this present moment is slipping away. Remember this. Time will pass whether you use it or not. The only difference is what it leaves behind. A life of regret, or a life of achievement. The choice is yours. Stop wasting your time. Start building your future. And if this message spoke to you, don't just listen. Act. Because action is the only proof that you truly understood.